formal statement from Megan Byron, wife of Andrew Byron. For now, July 18th, 2025, Manhattan, New York. It has come to my attention, and apparently the attention of half the internet, that my husband, Andrew Byron, has made certain choices. Public ones, under stadium lights, during a Coldplay concert, a venue not typically associated with infidelity, but here we are. Let me be perfectly clear. I am not issuing this statement in defense nor in heartbreak. I am issuing it in power, in precision, in silk gloves and sharpened wit. I will not be engaging in performative forgiveness, nor am I interested in the optics of grace. What Andy has done is not just humiliating, it is banal, common. A man of ambition brought down by his astonishing lack of imagination. I have retained counsel, I have reviewed holdings, I have reallocated what was once ours into what is now very cleanly mine. I am not spiraling, I am ascending, and while Andy may have quoted Coldplay in his statement, I will simply say, when the lights went out, I saw everything clearly. To those who expect tears, I don't cry for clowns. I schedule, I document, I rebuild. This is not revenge, it is refinement, and he will feel it in the silence that follows.
Hey, you.
Are you a lady boy?
Oh, bitch. Girl, I said, are you a... Are you a... Oh. Us too.
Hey, cheaters.
Hey, sluts and whores.
I'm Adrian.
I'm Shiloh.
And welcome to
the Ladyboy Radio Hour.
Welcome.
Well, we've never had anyone else be privy to that song.
Except our thousands of listeners every week, of course.
Our thousands, our dozens of listeners every week.
Mama.
And now today we have a special, I won't say guest. I'll
New
say
member
employee.
of the team. Oh, mama.
Get the W-2 ready. We now have a producer, Nicholas. Everyone clap for Mick Stamp.
Do you want to come say hi?
Sure.
Or I can pass you the mic.
No.
You guys,
Be
this is
seen.
Mick.
Hey.
Neighbor, friend, dare I say lover?
Oh, wow.
Dare I say supplier?
They are our savior in this moment in time.
Yeah.
Let's just give some backstory real quick.
Right.
We had been talking about, wouldn't it be so nice if we two useless faggots had someone else to help us make the episodes, make this content, someone to help keep us organized, someone to literally do like the producer role on this podcast, but also, wow, we do this for fun and certainly not for pay. Who on
Certainly
earth
not
would
for pay.
possibly want to spend this much time with us and do this much labor
Right.
with us for the sake of having fun and maybe in the future making some money off of it? And then our friend here was like, okay.
Like the day
Yeah,
we
I'm down.
started talking about the idea of getting a producer,
It was really,
Mick was
really
like
crazy.
you were texting us within 20 minutes of us
The
talking
universe
about
was
it.
just like, actually, wake up, open your eyes. And now here we are. They said, give me that
The
mic.
universe said you needed a third faggot.
Oh, wow.
There's no one
Completely.
else who could like rival our Ladyboy
He
boy
faggot,
lady.
They faggot, she faggot. Yeah,
Yes,
that's what we have.
exactly, in that order. And now, and I think like she-faggot representation is really important because up until
Very,
this
very
point,
important, yeah.
the only she-faggot representation we have on camera
Was
is Lauren.
Yeah, and she's also valid, but there's
different
a
kind of
lot of
she-faggot.
intersectionality and there's a lot of diversity in the she-faggot community.
Right.
As you guys just saw. But yeah, so round of applause to Mick. Thank you so much for joining us. We may be delusional, but we kind of think that this is now, this is the beginning!
No, like,
Oh, I banged my head. Oh my god. Okay.
no, like, not only was it at the same time, but we locked in. We said original key. We will be doing it.
Mama.
Woo!
But yeah, this
Yeah.
this also, I think also the energy in the room is different now because sometimes it is the two of us grasping at straws and we're the only ones in the apartment.
Well, yeah, because also like wake this
Playing
up.
to like an empty crowd is tough sometimes.
Playing for an empty crowd is, mama. That's my TikTok. That is
You know
my
a lot
TikTok.
about it.
It's either
Sorry,
it's
trying to keep
either
me up
an
for
empty
it.
crowd. If it's on my TikTok, it's either an empty crowd or a crowd of naysayers.
I wish it
in
was
the
an empty
comments being
crowd,
like,
dude.
Boo, fatty! Like it's literally insane. I wish I had. Lauren suggested that we start doing like a hate comment reading segment.
Oh my God,
on,
yeah,
on the
okay.
pod every week because they've been getting out of control. But that's not what
They've
we're
been
here to
getting
talk
out of
about
control.
this week.
Yeah, because didn't we talk about that last week?
Hate comments were our topic last week. So
They were a
starting
topic
next
last
week,
week.
we'll do.
They'll be back, trust.
They'll be back.
Because
Mama.
we have not run out.
I woke up this morning and I got one that was not. It said something jihad, something.
Oh, I saw that one. I didn't get it.
Any ideas?
No, I didn't get it. No, because I saw it.
I don't know.
Well, the way
didn't
that now,
respond.
when I see a TikTok of yours like pop up on my feed, it's no longer, oh, what is this TikTok about? What is he saying? I'm just going straight to the
to the
comment
hate
section
comments.
saying, what the hell is happening on this one?
Yeah, because
Um,
it's always someone who heard 4 seconds of it and they're like, I got one the other day. I was wearing a crop top and some guy said, they don't have a shirt that came in your size. I said, you've
Completely
never.
don't have a shirt.
I was like,
Oh my
crop
God.
top. Like, what do you want? What do you want?
Well, not just to go back to the last episode and what we talked about, but
Oh
the
my-
title of it was from maybe the funniest one you've gotten so far, which
Yes.
is someone saying you are a special kid in an adult body.
Which is factually accurate.
It's just so funny because it's so like, okay,
Short
yes,
bus
I
brain,
am
long
someone
bus
that people
body,
would
you know what I
identify
mean?
as, I guess, special if you're just trying to say neurodivergent.
Right.
And yes, I am an adult. They haven't gotten me yet.
Right. Not yet.
Right.
Very special kid.
Um,
I'm the kid that was shitting in the litter box in the public schools that you guys were all worried about.
What was that?
I did go to public school with a lot of furries.
Oh, that's.
They
no.
let I went to an arts magnet school in elementary and middle, or not elementary, middle school and high school, and they asked an art major to paint a mural on the wall. I can't believe I've never told you this, and they painted
A new story on the pod.
furry mural on the wall at Northwest. I mean,
Okay, when you say
redacted
a
school.
furry, well, I mean,
I can say it. Northwest School of the Arts. Sorry, I spit everywhere.
there's also like 7 of those per like every county and every state. So like whatever.
Right.
Like what? Northwest?
Well,
Yeah, mama.
sorry, but
whatever.
mine is the one with all the girls. Mine is the one where all the girls come from. So,
Right here.
Oh.
Mind you.
well, like Eva, my good friend Eva. knows
Okay,
about
stop it. Okay, because now that is
My good friend Eva knows about it. And Philip, whose last name I can never remember, but he was in
Yes.
Wiz on Broadway. and-
Yes, I think yes.
Philip-
Did they close?
Yeah, I think
I
they
don't
did
know.
close. Him and Renee, and
Yeah.
but I don't. 'cause
Well,
I
if
never
you want
met
to know
her,
exactly where
actually.
he went to school, then now you know. 'cause
Now
That's
you
where
know.
all those people went.
What are we talking about today?
Okay. If you are listening to this point in the episode, I'm having the most insane like deja vu right now, which is so crazy. I'm having deja vu. Okay.
What was that one from?
From Beyonce. What are you talking about? You
Oh,
racist.
I'm sorry.
Racist.
I'm sorry.
But no, if you've made it to this far in the episode, then you saw the intro where we did read aloud the alleged, and I say alleged because word on the street is I guess someone might have written that for her / like it isn't from her. I'm gonna choose to believe that it is from her because it's my fantasy.
Yeah,
But
the
unless you
fiction
guys
of it
have been
being
living under a
hers.
rock. There was the Coldplay concert where they did the kiss cam in the audience, and they panned over to these two people, which, like, not to victim blame, not that they're really victims, but, like,
Well.
if you are in a public event as large as, like, a Coldplay concert where you have already seen, because they weren't the first ones on the camera, you are seeing that they're doing a kiss cam. Why are you, when you're at this event with your partner in an affair, who is your co-worker, you are the CEO, this is the head of HR, you guys are having an affair, and you guys are like prom pose, like hugging from the back?
Doing the Titanic, like
No, completely.
she was
the
moments away
Titanic.
from.
Well, not even just the Titanic, but it was like his arms were essentially holding her breasts, and then he was hugging her arms. So, or she
Is
was
that
hugging
true?
like
Put the
like-
clip- put the
his
photo
arms.
up.
Yeah, it's like here. Not
that
like a
true?
full grope, but like it was not like a this, but it was like a like his arms. Sorry, if you could hold this.
Why did I think you were gonna grab my chest? You're like, as someone who used to have tits, you'll understand this.
His arms were like this, just like holding up, like generally like they can't hear me.
Oh, you wanted me to hold it up for
yes.
you. I didn't know. I
Her
don't
hands
take
were
nonverbal
like
direction.
this, holding. No, I saw her own bosom, and then his were wrapped around her arms. So it was like a very like intimate, like you guys are fucking like type of hug.
Maybe she forgot a
And
bra,
then
and he
the
loves
sec-
women.
Right.
And he's
Support.
just supporting the
Support.
girls, literally.
He's the underwire. But as soon as they panned over to them, then they started freaking out. She's crawling out the frame. He's going like this. Like they're like, oh. And then I guess Chris Martin, is that his name?
People say that's his name.
The
I
guy
don't know.
from Coldplay is Chris Martin.
The yellow guy.
Fuck. Okay.
It
The
was,
guy
oh,
from Coldplay
no.
goes, oh my God, I guess they're having an affair. Which is like the funniest part too.
He
It's
straight
like,
up called
on
it.
the
He
mic,
said-
he's like, oh, I guess they're cheating. Okay, moving on.
And
But then since
they
the
were-
response was so big, like everyone was like, who the fuck are these people? And then they were identified. And then yes, allegedly that was the statement from Megan Byron being like, Mama, let me do my little 1-2. Let me let y'all have it.
Well, have you seen the thing now where at like sporting events, not to sound like a complete and total faggot, but at
honey.
sporting
Too late.
events, they will do like a Coldplay cam where they will cut to couples and instead of kissing, they'll try to duck out of frame as fast as possible. It's so fucking funny. Have
So
you
crazy.
seen that? It is
No, I have
so
not.
good. Watching these couples like in the stands at sporting events, the camera cuts to them and they're like, it's amazing. It's amazing. Not me
crazy.
kicking over my water bottle. My wawa.
But yeah, we're bringing that up because the topic of discussion this week is
that
we're
a
going to
borp?
talk about a burp.
Was that a little borp?
Yeah, it was a little burp.
Why would you spare the? Why would you?
Do you need me to sign off on it or something?
No, Why would you pull away from the mic? Give him some Foley. Anyway, please keep going. You want the mic?
Because this isn't a kink podcast.
Nobody has a burp kink. Well,
That is
I'm
not
sure
true.
somebody
That
does.
is not
Leave
true.
a comment below if you have a burp kink. Leave a comment below and type it with your rock hard dick if
Yeah.
that was like a turn on for you.
Are you like a burp
Um,
E? Are you a burp-er? Are you a burp
Give me that
receiver?
mic.
Burparella.
This mic is not safe on the other side.
Bliss.
Bliss.
But we're going to talk about, in the vein of that story that we just told, we're going to talk about infidelity. I think as queer people, we have really interesting perspectives on infidelity because I think generally, I mean, like, the generally accepted concept of like relationship and monogamy or even non-like monogamy is framed around like heteronormativity. So I think like when you live outside of that, it's just different. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, like, basically, this is New York City we're in. Hi, hello. We are not in Brooklyn
Can
where
confirm.
truly everybody is fucking everybody. The poly girls are running amok. They are turning Bushwick inside out.
Mama,
The
it's
poly
bushy, all
girls.
right.
It's mama.
It's bushy wick.
Mama. They call it Bushwick because the bush catches fire like a wick. Anyway, and Mick giving me we now have Mick here like giving us the like move on hand motions. But it's very funny. It's
We're like, that's not working.
that's not funny.
We're not
You
laughing.
can
We're-
keep it. What was I? Yeah, but Bushwick, the poly girls, everybody's fucking everybody. We have a poly person in the room. But I
Sure do.
think before we get too much into it, have you been cheated on ever in your life?
I have not been, I guess, like conventionally cheated on, but I have felt betrayal that I would say is like akin to, like feeling like you've been cheated on. Because sometimes, like I think too, like when you are in a more unconventional relationship, which like fundamentally baseline, if you're in a queer relationship, it is non-conventional. Like, it gets like, okay, like the first story that comes to mind, I was seeing this boy when I was in high school, and we had this whole thing, blah, 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 blah. Spoiler alert, he turned out to be an asshole and was playing me, blah, 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 blah. And the whole time I was seeking support and solace in my good friend at the time, we'll call him Faggot. And Faggot was really, really supportive of me during this time of me struggling, because this was around the same time of me like auditioning for college. So I was like, for lack of like a better term, a nutcase at the time. And so that hit me real hard. And I remember Faggot saying, you know, I'm so mad at that guy for dogging you that like I have him blocked on everything. Like I never want to see him, blah, blah, blah. Mind you, they had never met. So let me know how I still followed this guy's like Finsta And I don't remember like if you guys had like I think this would have been in like the early like 2010s or so, or like late 2010s. If you guys had Finstas, did you ever post like several photos and then you would do like a numbered caption and like each of the numbers was like, oh, like the first photo is this. The last photo in the dump and the last caption was a photo of Faggot on this guy's Finsta saying, oh, he's so cute. Like they had been on a date. And immediately, I'm sorry, what the fuck? And Faggot was struggling at the time, and I was being a good friend to him, or trying to be like as much as I could, right?
Yeah.
And so the fact that that happened was so fucking crazy. And then I was like, I'm sorry, what do you mean that you're going on a date with someone that dogged me that you said that you had blocked on everything for no reason?
Blocked on everything except Grindr, mama.
Right,
the hole
right.
Is
no,
wide
like wake
open.
that up.
The
And
hole
so
is not blocked.
that was like, I felt like that was the betrayal, like from like a friend of being like, how like that's fucked up. Like I felt cheated on essentially because I was like, our friendship is like was less important than like your like little fling, because he was like, yeah, like I wasn't gonna tell you like unless it got like serious, and I'm like, oh, what? So that's insane. And then I've also been on the other side of like when I was dating someone that you'll remember because this was the person I was dating in our first apartment here. If you know, you know.
They still live. Don't they live in the building that Drake lived in? I went to go visit.
That's a different building.
That's a different building. Okay.
But all that to
trade
say, like
experience.
with that, it was just like I was seeing someone, and at the early stages of us dating, I was like, hey, like where are we at? Like, are we exclusive? Are we not? And they were like, I'm kind of still like exploring something with someone else, and like it's still like really, really early, so I don't know. And so I was like, okay, cool, like that's fine. Checked in again like a month later, and they're still like, yeah, like I just don't know if I'm ready to give things up with that other person. And I'm like, oh, like that's still. On the cards. And then they were like, yeah, I just didn't think that I would have feelings for both of you. I'm like, I'm sorry, we've been dating for months. We have been dating for months.
Yeah, it had been several months at this point.
And then in trying to convince me that they wouldn't want to date that person, they were like, well, I would never date someone with a stutter. Broke my heart completely.
Right.
But all that to say, that was an instance where I was like, I feel like you cheated on me, because I felt like we had this connection, that we had feelings for each other. We had been seeing each other regularly multiple times a week for months, and you still want to fuck someone else?
Not to interrupt you.
Please
not
do.
to interrupt you, but have you talked about like your stutter on the pod? You don't have to if you don't
Not
want to.
Not particularly, but like it is something that I developed when I first moved to the U.S. I think something about the way in which I was guided into learning. We gotta wrap up soon, so
Yeah.
I'll just say this and then
And when we
can
get
go.
back, I'll talk about my infidelity.
Completely. And then we might have like a little local doll segment. But
we do
I
have
think
a
that
ginormous local doll segment.
completely, because of the way that adults around me in like the ESOL like program coached me through like learning English and being told that I had to now think in English instead of Spanish. Like I think it just kind of really fucked up my brain, on top of the fact that I was 8 and I had just moved to a new country, and like it was just a lot. And I do feel like that's where it started, but it used to be really, really bad, where I used to really struggle to communicate a lot. It gave me a lot of social anxiety because I was like so scared to like place an order at the counter like somewhere. Like it was really, really difficult, especially because not everyone is, and like especially what, like 10, 15 years ago, now not everyone is particularly sensitive about how you talk to someone that stutters. I'll close with, I remember one time I was in high school doing a group project, and someone said, I'm sorry, can you not talk because you stutter and it's really annoying. And I said, okay, Mary, have fun doing the project on your own. But all that to say, like that is something that, as you can tell in this podcast and as you've seen, I've come a long way with, but it's still something that I'm extremely sensitive about. And it's something, you know, being an actor, being someone that likes to talk a lot, it has been like a real source of hurt and pain. So the fact that this faggot would say that to me is crazy.
I can't imagine if I was on a date with someone and they were like, no, it's okay, I'm not going to go for that other person because I don't date trans people. I'd literally be like,
no, like insane. And with that, we'll take a break. We'll see you in a little bit.
hey, Mary. As anyone listening to this podcast knows, it's a terrifying and difficult time to be trans in this country. It's more important than ever to support the organizations that support the community.
This week, we're highlighting the Callan Lord Community Health Center, a global leader in queer healthcare with roots stretching back to 1969, just 6 months after the Stonewall riots.
The center provides, in their own words, sensitive quality healthcare and related services to New York's lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender community. in all their diversity, regardless of their abilities to pay. To further this mission, Callan Lord promotes health education and wellness and advocates for LGBTQ plus health issues.
The center offers a bunch of services such as dental care, HIV and STI testing/treatment, and what we're really highlighting today, trans healthcare mama. They are the only primary care center in New York City that is specifically for the queer community, making it inherently safer. They offer a wide array of trans health services, as well as providing the opportunity to have a primary care provider as well as a mental health provider. They will get you together, girl.
You can find a link to their donation.
You can find a link to their donation page.
You can find a link. You can find a link to their donation page
Where can I find it?
in the episode description, bitch. Go do your big one and trans rights.
Period.
And we're back.
And we're back. Oh my god, there's so much cat hair on this. How did that happen?
Sorry about that. The ASMR of him doing this right now.
There's so much cat hair on this. Was Pigeon bi? Did she come by?
Is she bisexual?
No, that's a lesbian.
Okay.
We've confirmed
why
that
don't
cat's
you
a
tell me-
lesbian.
Well, I think she's like ace, arrow, bow and arrow. Okay, why don't you tell your woeful tale of infidelity and or similar type of feeling?
Well, I've never been in like a serious long-term relationship because
Yeah.
like here's the tea. I don't really care like that. Like I want to meet someone I really like. I want to be wooed. The dating apps haven't really been for me. I want it to be like we meet at Trader Joe's and you hit on me, i.e. the person who went back to Sacramento. So sad. But so I like to meet
Did you
people in
text
person.
them?
Oh yeah, for sure,
Okay.
for sure. It was like, but yeah, they're gone. So all that to say, I like to meet people in person. The problem with that is, if I meet someone, get to know them in person, I like put a lot of weight in that. When I went to college, there was someone a year above me. We'll call him. I don't know. Annoying, stupid idiot.
Bob.
Bobbert. Bob was a year above me in the same major, majoring in like pop music and music business,
Bullshit,
whatever. Like
basically.
not a real degree.
Like, join the club.
Not a real degree. He was in my songwriting class and was obsessed with me because I am fierce. I am fierce. And would always like raise his hand to like give me feedback. And I was always like, and he would come in every day at noon reeking of weed, like in a way you've never seen before. And I love scuzzy weirdos. So I was immediately like, then he went abroad in France the next year. He studied abroad in France. Wow.
Which broad in France?
I don't care to know. I literally do not care to know. Stupid fucking faggot. Whatever. Studied abroad in France, and I would send him, like, if there were developments in the program, if there was someone performing on campus that he really liked, I'd send him footage and be like, hey, I know you
were
really
the
love her voice.
Transatlantic liaison.
Exactly.
Okay.
And he'd be like, oh, I just thought everyone over there was forgetting about me. And I was like, no, like, I do have a crush on you, obviously.
Not my stupid ass.
Why would I be texting? Like, you're the only semi-attractive person who goes to the school, and now you're in France. So everybody else here is boot fucking ugly, or they're my friend.
Left you alone with all the dogs.
Right, left me alone with all the fucking dogs. But he comes back that next summer. He starts a punk band because he played in the Charlotte like local scene, and asked me to join. And was like, told my friend Ben, who was like, hi Ben, friend of the pod, hi Benjamin. Told my friend Ben like, you should invite your friend Shiloh. And I got to join the group. I was a late addition. We tore it up. 4 months. We were like the best at every gig. Very fierce, very diva. Because there were just like a bunch of powerhouses in that band. However, you know Fleetwood Mac? Right, so imagine that, except Stevie Nicks is a really mentally ill T-boy who's not out yet, prone to public meltdowns, is insane, and fucking Lindsey Buckingham is a guy who plays the bass and cannot sing a fucking note. So imagine that.
Not too far away from...
Right.
Let me stop.
So we end up like he's like, I don't want to be in a relationship, but like, I really care about you. We're just friends who are like super close. Then we start fucking, how you say fucking. I end up sleeping over at his house like every other night. Every day we go to lunch together, like off campus. I blew so much money because we would just take turns paying for each other's meal because we were together basically. But he was always like, no, I want to fuck other people, which is fine with me. But I just never got a title, which is like the fucked up part. I was like, I don't care, but like I spend every waking moment with you and we go on dates all the time. Like, what is this?
Yeah.
And I spend half my sleeping moments with you also because I
Yeah,
sleep
like
in
you
your bed
can't
every
say
night.
that you don't want a relationship, but then be actively in a relationship, because that just means I want all the perks of it, but I don't want you to hold me accountable when I'm not showing up for you like I should in the way that I expect that you show up for me.
Right. Like, I completely was integrated into this person's
So,
life.
sin
And
number one.
then I start going a little insane because I remember this night we went to a house party and someone was like, how's that thing with Bob going? I almost said this person's real name. How's that thing with Bob going? Not realizing the walls were super thin, I straight up was like, it's actually going really bad. Like, I'm that person's partner and I have no recognition for it. He like does not care, blah, 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 blah. And then I'm in the kitchen getting my friend who was like blackout drunk on the porch some water. And he goes, hey, so like, are we good? And I was like, yeah, like we're fine because I'm a liar. I'm a liar. One thing about me is I'm a fucking fibber. And he was like the walls are really thin. Like, I heard you. We end up in a full blowout
Something
fight.
that has never happened to you before, by the way.
Also, meanwhile, I only came to this fucking function because I was off my meds and he said he wanted to support me during it. And he confronts me in the kitchen where I then have like a full meltdown, like scream crying. And I said at the end of it, where I was finally like, what are we? And he goes, we are friends who are affectionate. I said, here's what you're going to do. Sobbing, mind you, weeping. I said, my keys in my bag are in the other room. You're going to go fucking get them. And if anybody asks where I am, I'm sick. And I took my shit and I left. But then because I'm a little pussy, it carried on for several more months. He like tried to lean into the whole like Fleetwood Mac thing. People are sleeping together and like, but it's like bad for the vibe, like on stage. Would try to like play it up, and I fully like had a breakdown about it one time. I was like, you can't fucking do this to me. You are ruining my life day by day. And he was like, I don't understand. I don't understand. He like was such a piece of shit. He still is a piece of shit day by day. Total piece of shit. And then I was like, I could tell he was getting really close to this freshman. He's a junior, by the way. He's getting close to a freshman, by the way. Or maybe she's a sophomore at this point. But she is just like, she reminds me very much of my friend Hannah, who we have like a complicated relationship with. Well, I don't have a complicated relationship with her, but we had a similar thing where sorry, I'll try to, but it's important for the lore because like, I had someone choose a beautiful redhead over me, like a beautiful thick redhead over me. And she's slowly, this girl, her name, I'll call her Haley. She is slowly getting integrated into the friend group to the point where I even tell her, I'm like, I think Bob, like, doesn't want to be with me and is trying to, like, sleep with all my friends. And she was like, I would never do that to you. I tell him, then COVID happens. I stay on campus. We have a major blowout fight. I go to his house, I take my stuff, I leave, I never see him again. Because as soon as COVID like lockdown starts, I'm sitting at home and I'm like, why is it so hard to get in contact with him? Like, he will not reach out to me. And I can tell it's dwindling, and I know, I'm like, he and Haley are fucking. They are 100%. I asked him to not sleep with like our friends, and he was like, well, that's not really your business, is it? And I said, oh, it's not my business, is it? And I said, I just need to take some time. It's not that I don't want to be your friend. I just need some time. And then I realized some stuff. That he was a major piece of shit. And I had been completely torturing myself vis-a-vis a man who was tone deaf.
Who had also been torturing you.
He was literally putting me through it.
Well,
I literally at one point, he had to come to my dorm. This is like a lot, but pre-transition, I was a recovering self-harm diva. Literally made him come to my apartment and like
Chopping
get
it
all
up.
the sharp objects. Because I was like, if that man fucks one of my friends when I am literally with him every day, all the time, I will draw a gun. Like, I will kill him and then myself. I cannot do it. And ever since then, I'm not doing situationships. And it was hard for him to grasp. I was like, you don't understand. I'm not sleeping with other people. And he was like, but you could. And I was like, are you not listening to me? Like, but I was really young. I was like 20, turning 21.
Yeah.
So I just didn't know any better. Now I know a lot better. And also, like, I was the only cool person at that school. So, like, of course he wanted me. And I did all that for every girl on campus to hate me for 9 months. Because everybody wanted to fuck him, and everyone hated me because I was.
Completely.
Not worth it, by the way. The sex was not good. How many times did I finish? I can count on 0 hands.
Not for bad sex.
Not for bad. Well, it wasn't about the sex because I didn't really want to be having sex with people because the trans body of it all. But I wanted, it became, this is like a little grim, guys, and this is a little real, but it stopped being about what I wanted, and it was the fact that he wanted sex, and if I did not give it to him in the capacity that he wanted, he would immediately start fucking my friends. Or like turn and start, he would start telling me about the Tinder dates, and it felt very manipulative, and at the time I didn't know that that's what it was.
Yeah.
Or even if he wasn't doing it actively, to be like, yeah, you know, I was fucking this girl, and she let me roll a joint on her ass. Yeah, like really hot. I was like, okay, like I gotta do that too then, right? Or else you're gonna go fuck someone I know and tell me about it, and it's gonna be really uncomfortable. So.
And that power dynamic leads to like other like shit.
Yeah. And I'm still recovering. If you're watching this, or anyone who knows him who's watching this, you're a real piece of shit, and also you are borderline talentless.
Let's wake that up.
Sorry,
But
that went
yeah.
on for longer than it was supposed
No,
to.
it's okay. I mean, like that was kind of like
It's big lore.
like a combination of like a little bit from the two like sort of stories that like I gave, but like at the end of the day, like the core thing is still the same of like the idea of like infidelity and cheating traditionally, yeah, like it's based on the social like contract of trust when you are in this relationship with like someone else and it's exclusive and this and this. Obviously, like being queer people, being like non-conventional people, like those terms and how that relationship looks like might be different. But the second that like there is that like breach of trust or just a discrepancy between like what I'm getting out of this / like what I'm providing for you, like
I forgot to include the ultimate betrayal of it all.
oh.
For like 9 months while we were fucking and hanging out together, he was like, I'm not ready to be in a relationship. I don't want to make it official. And the moment I stopped speaking to him, this is before I blocked him on everything. I have since like blocked him on everything because I never want to see his fucked up face again. I was on Instagram, like in the car on the way home one time, not driving, like someone else was driving. And I scroll and there's a photo of them holding hands. And I asked our friends, I said, are Haley and Bob dating? And they said, oh, they're super dating. Like 2 weeks after we stopped talking. It was literally like and I was like, right, so it is me. So the sickness lives in me.
It lives in you.
Come on, get down with the sickness. Yeah, no, he was down with the sickness. But
Leave a comment below and tell
Pathetic.
us if you've ever been cheated on, betrayed, dogged by a partner or someone that you had a close relationship with. Because also, like, I think, like, talking about, like, being queer and stuff, like, sometimes these dynamics and these sort of things can also happen and have the same weight when they are, like, with friends.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of that as well,
And-
of sometimes the exact same sort of situation, except it's not, oh, we're fucking and we're dating. It's, oh, we're friends and we're being, like, emotionally, like, intimate, like, with
Yeah.
each other. That's,
And-
like, another form of, like, betrayal, too, if there is, you know, double crossing, like whatever the fuck, like.
And the tea is, it was like so impactful and negative for me because like I'm a faggot, but
You were a
because of my
faggot.
like butch sapphic-y
You were an
presenting
undercover
energy at the
T-slur,
time,
yeah.
a lot of the boys in rural North Carolina were not like stoked about the vibe. So to get attention from a boy, I felt for the first time in my life that I was in like a man loving man relationship.
Mm-hmm.
And it like literally, I genuinely think rattled something in my soul where I was like, if I don't, and he was seeking comfort in me in other ways. So
Yeah.
it just felt really painful and bad.
Makes sense. Let's for some levity, let's switch over and let's maybe do this week's installment of the local dolls.
The local dolls. This is a short one today. There's only about 4, 5, or 6 listings, I think. I don't know.
Okay. Let me pull them up.
I'm very excited. I was cackling on the couch. I showed one of them to Mick, and so
Let's take a look.
Let's
Okay.
see what it is.
So we are looking at the first listing. I'm seeing vintage 1920, 1930 clown circus toy, $50. The description says, really cool wind-up toy of celluloid clown doing tricks on swing. Works well, just normal age issues. Pick up in Greenwich. Okay,
Before
I'm
you
really
scroll,
scared.
I'm going to. How do you like?
How do I?
I'm just gonna turn your
It's gonna be
volume
so
up.
loud. Okay.
Oh,
Jesus. Okay. Jesus.
just because I need you to hear the sound. The
Um,
sound is important.
Of what? Oh.
Ah, look at him
Look
go.
at this.
I showed it to them. Don't even worry. First thing.
That is so scary.
Why did it go
Why
on
does it
for
go so
so long
fast?
too? A 23-second
Oh
video?
my god.
I get it. It swings. It
That is
swings.
so scary. And it's so ugly too.
to and fro. Like, I get it.
Oh my god.
It's got replayability for sure.
Ooh, I'm scared of these types of listings. This just says garage sale for $1, so I'm seeing that there's gonna be like, just like a really fucked up like assortment of
There's
stuff.
only one listing from here, or one photo, because the rest of
One
it is
item?
not doll
Oh,
content.
okay.
But the first one is.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So go ahead.
Says we are open, fun and interesting stuff. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
What? Pray tell, what the fuck is that?
What kind of animatronic type of? Why I got hair like that?
Wait, do you know about the
It's
Disney
so
animatronic
crazy.
that got stolen and never found?
I
It
heard
looks a
something
lot
about
like
it.
that, honestly. Did we just find it in Greenwich?
Please.
I want to show
That's
Mick because
so-
they didn't see
look
any
at
of
the
these.
That's so crazy.
Yeah, it's bad. It's severe.
Oh my god.
The feet.
Why the
feet.
eyes so crazy?
Did you see the robot claw hand?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I just
look
want
that
to
up.
like, what was this part of? Like, that's so crazy. Oh my god. Okay.
There's only one photo for this one, but I think
This
it's
next
impactful.
one says Bobby lesbian doll. The description says excellent condition, has some outdated words.
Oh no.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you see where it says Dyke
Oh.
Dolls on the back?
Dyke dolls
The
completely.
Dyke Diva Dolls.
Oh my god, that's so crazy. Suitable for all ages. It looks like a lesbian.
If-
Um,
Mama.
Bobby, your own lesbian to play with. That is so crazy. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. What? Vintage 1996 blonde Billy doll in leather attire for $75. Selling a Billy doll from 1996. Wears a leather outfit, good condition, pants have wears, anatomically correct. Oh, is this one of those? Yeah.
So what's up with the crotch being worn on these pants, guys? So what's
They're-
up with the crotch being worn on
I'm
the doll's
familiar with like a
pants?
similar fantasy of doll, more so from the 70s, that also like this one I can assume was anatomically correct, as in it does have a peen.
This is a kink?
This is
It-
for sure.
But like
Definitely look at
doll sized?
it. Doll size.
What do you
I
do?
don't
You
know.
look at it?
Up the pussy.
What is this? Lights
The
and monkey
whole
mask
thing?
is the next one.
This one is the one.
Oh,
this
no.
is this. Okay. This segment is local dolls plus because I saw
Plus.
this on there and I died laughing because what the fuck do you mean?
I'm so scared, you guys.
Read the
Okay.
description.
It says, "Come and get it. ... Negotiable prices. Ladder for $10."
What is that? Explain
Why
to
would
me
you
what's
need a
going on.
ladder?
Well, scroll.
Okay, the monkey mask, some lighting stuff, and then What do you mean scroll? It's the only
Oh,
photo.
there's another photo that's of a ladder. I don't know how that didn't get included. I
That's
would
so
show you. It's on my
crazy.
phone. But
Why
he's
is there a
also selling
shoelace
them.
inside of the monkey mask?
I could not tell you. I could not tell you.
Lights and monkey mask. This is so crazy. You guys, the craziness that this man shows me on a weekly basis for this segment is
You
so
guys.
fucking crazy.
Genuinely looking at weird shit on Facebook Marketplace, like the really fucked up shit, has become one of my favorite pastimes. If I
Well,
get
because you
bored of
love
looking at the
Facebook
TikTok
Marketplace just in general.
if I get bored looking at the TikTok comments, mama, I'm going straight to Facebook Marketplace. That was for a while my doom scrolling, like in January when I could not consume the news because things were really bad
Completely.
and are still really bad.
Let's take a break.
Let's-
Because I need a second to process all of what was just shown to me. Then when we come back, we'll talk a little bit more about like infidelity, I guess.
Come on, get down with the sickness. Yeah, we'll
Let's
talk
take a
about
break.
more infidelity. Bye.
Listen up, queers. Whoa.
Let us tell you a little something about the lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender community center, aka the Center.
The center was established in 1983 at the height of the AIDS crisis to provide a safe and affirming place for LGBTQ plus New Yorkers to respond to the urgent threats facing the community.
They offer, both in person and virtually, recovery and wellness programs, economic advancement initiatives, family and youth support, advocacy, arts and cultural programming, and space for community organizing, connection, and celebration, mama.
In 2024 alone, the center served almost 2,500 clients with direct services, as well as welcoming an additional 9,600 community event participants. 37 of those were youths under 23 years old, 39% were trans folk, 68% were people of color, and 26% were women.
Fun fact for the divas. The center is home to Keith Haring's 1989 mural titled Once Upon a Time, which celebrates sexual liberation before the AIDS epidemic. Yeah. Haring created it for the Center Show, their celebration of the 20th anniversary of Stonewall. Who doesn't love a dick mural in a bathroom?
And I've always said that.
And I've always said
Check
that.
out their donation link in our episode description, Mary. Where? In the episode description.
The description.
And we're back.
We're so back and better than ever.
Oh, okay.
There was much kerfuffle behind the scenes just now.
Kerfuffle.
Trying to be sorry if the frame's different. Y'all know how the witch and the wizard are. If you guys follow the lore,
Leave a comment below if you think that you are just as sick of this as I am, and I promise you you're not.
I'm not gonna give it up. Sorry. I think it's funny.
Okay, so tune out now, I guess, you guys. I'm sorry.
That's all. That's all I wanted to say about it. And if you don't know the lore, go watch the old episodes of the pod. It's
It
for
was like
real
last
fans
week.
only. It was like 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Crazy.
You gotta be like,
Vintage.
oh, yeah, vintage.
Okay, so to wrap it up on the topic of the week, infidelity. What are our final thoughts?
My final thoughts are
Our second exploration of.
I think we should talk about instances of celebrity infidelity
I
that
agree.
tickle us. I'll say Adam Levine's, was it Adam
Oh
Levine's,
my God! Yeah,
texts
your body is. What did he say? Your body is.
is so wild, or it's like your body is crazy.
Your body is so tea. Like
It was so
something
like,
so crazy.
girl, your
body's
body is
incredible.
slamming,
Like I
like-
think, yeah, just like something so wild.
just so
Um,
rizless, swaggerless.
I do think there's something
were those
so
texts.
interesting, and we've seen this play out both, in like someone that's like a celebrity, but then like also just like amongst like a friend group, the idea of like there has been infidelity and or some sort of other relationship ending development that has happened, but there is a discrepancy between like what the public knows / what my friends know and like versus like what is happening. That like idea that like everything is so like I think sometimes it like feels embarrassed. Oh, not the alarms in the building. I think that's what happens when someone tries to get on the.
the roof.
Don't tell Aja.
Don't
No
tell
game.
Hunch. These turkeys make me want
I'm so scared.
jump scare. So like, are we gonna cut or do we just keep going?
Just keep going. Okay.
They can't hear it. They
Um,
can't hear it. No
so-
way, right, Mick? No way. Yeah, lying.
That's the alarm when someone tries to get onto the roof. Yeah.
We should do an episode from the roof one time. Like, we should get someone to get us up there, close the door behind us so it stops, and just like do an episode on the roof.
More on that at 11.
It'd be
We're
so
gonna. Yeah, I guess.
Karma's a
Can we do- okay.
easy. That's another celebrity infidelity moment. JoJo Siwa on Big Brother.
Okay, yeah, say it.
That was the craziest shit I've ever seen in my life.
Completely. Do you want to talk more about it?
Just that JoJo Siwa is such an interesting character to the internet right now, and oh, thank God.
Okay, so specifically the JoJo Siwa of it all. The alarm clearly was so distracting to us. I'm so sorry about that. The JoJo Siwa
Beat
thing
the
was
shit
so
out of me.
crazy. Yeah, because like she literally cheated on her partner on global TV and then got backlash for it and then was like, you guys are trying to make me be a certain way of queer. What?
I have some sympathy for like that vibe, because like
Some for sure, but like I
dating a
think
man
it's very
doesn't make you like cis het. I'm including cis in there
for sure, but
because Joanonymous to me is suspicious.
there's just so much more context about the whole thing that is just like to take any part of it and say like, oh, like this, like I just don't think it's just about the fact that she came out as queer and then now is with a man. Like I think it has to do with the fact that you came out as queer. We're saying that you invented gay pop. You were being just like really odd about like your journey about like being
The gayest person alive.
yeah.
The first gay person.
And then you go on Big Brother while you're in a relationship, but then in it you start to talk about like your gender, and then you also have an old man say something really weird and creepy to you, and then
Yeah.
you start to have this relationship with this man that is 10 years older than you, and then all of a sudden you're being like you're just completely cheating on your partner who you then break up with at the hotel room right before you like face the press, like post filming, like just incredibly insane. And then now you're with him, and then now there's articles that come out about how you have a name for each of his balls. Like I just think that
each
that is
of?
crazy.
Why does that each of sounds
Yes.
like more than two?
Well,
There's two names.
But like, yeah.
Work.
I mean, both of them,
Um,
literally.
So like I think all of that is crazy, and then you're gonna dress up as a trad wife and do a raspy cover of- yeah. So then I'm just like, I think all of that is why people are being weird, because you went from saying that you invented gay pop to speed running, cheating on your partner and dating men on TV. But yeah, like I think it's just really interesting how that part of the narrative is so not like talked about like as much. Yeah.
I feel really like she is a villain to the internet and to all of us, like culturally and socially. I do still feel really bad for her, because I say her quotation marks. I feel really bad for her because it mirrors a lot of my queer journey, I'll say. Like, I lived a very similar tea of like over-femming, like doing drag basically, and having and it all felt very public because of the way I was very reactive and like would have meltdowns and blah 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 blah. And I felt very exposed to the world, having all these really deep, dark, sad feelings all the time about like my body and my gender, things that were so deep and haunting that I didn't even understand why I felt terrible. But I didn't have to do it on TV,
That makes sense.
and I can't imagine.
That's fair, and I agree with that. I just feel
So-
like what is frustrating is that all of this is happening very publicly, and there's a lot of like further implications into how that like is received by society at large, which then affects members of the community, and then to have any sort of like critique of like how this is all like playing out like in that way, getting framed as like, oh, infighting amongst the queer community, and oh, you guys want to put me in a box and, oh, you want me to be a lesbian. And it's like, well, no, it's you were identifying as a gay girl, but you didn't want to stay lesbian for the longest time. And you were
Right.
open about that, which is harmful. So I think people have a right to talk about it. And like, there's a lot of that like weird back and forth. And I agree, like I do feel bad because she also is someone that has been in the spotlight since she was like a fucking toddler. So it's
Well, if
really,
you yell at me, I'm gonna cry. So
right, like it's really complicated. And I
Favorite
think
JoJo
it just
Siwa
like,
moment.
yeah, it's weird. So I understand it from that point. So it's not so much a personal thing, but when you are someone that's so famous, you are not just like the person you are, but it's also you, the entity, the celebrity. And
the
so
brand,
like,
the brand, the Walmart
yeah.
brand, the.
this
You
has
remember
become
that?
the JoJo Siwa podcast all
Back
of a
when I
sudden.
was stealing from all the time, self-censoring. Back when I was stealing from all the time, I would see so many JoJo Siwa products. It kind of became a joke between all my friends that like, they were like, "You're so JoJo Siwa, like you're so JoJo Siwa pilled. You have that vibe."
Damn.
Because I was a raspy voiced, femly dressed
Boy.
faggot. Yeah. Anyway, that's my theory.
yeah.
So do we need a song of the week? Do you have a song of the week?
My song,
Give us a song of the
gee, I
week.
feel so put on the spot. Go first.
Oh no. If I'm gonna go first, I'm gonna say it's gonna be a Wet Leg song because I'm still bumping that album. Moisturizer, go stream it, go stream it, go stream it. I'm gonna say it's Man Get Out from Moisturizer by Wet Leg. Man Get Out, all one
Swear.
word. Man Get Out. It's great. You.
A song that I would say is my song of the week because it's been randomly like stuck in my head like on and off. For some reason, is "Howl" from the first Florence and the Machine
Yeah.
album.
That's a
Lungs.
great song.
An amazing record album.
20 years later, I'm
moment.
still bumping this.
So fucking good. I have like vintage merch because I have the little tote bag from that like tour.
Yeah, he does. Gay.
Sickening. Yeah, leave a comment below and tell us about just like your take on like infidelity and like exclusivity. Wait, Mick, you have any thoughts you want to add to the conversation, or do you have a song of the week?
Do you have a song of the week? Come on, Grandma.
Oh,
What's your song of the week, Mom?
shade. Oh wow.
You turn 30 and all of a sudden all these young little faggots think you're dead.
What's your song of the week?
Damn.
My song of the week, I mean, it's gotta be from Virgin by Lord.
Yeah.
We're gonna go with David because I've been manifesting a new psychedelic trip in my life. I need one soon, whether it's shrooms or acid.
That song gets me together. It's really good.
It feels like a
This
trip.
is you together.
At first, I was like, "Who's David?" And then I was like, "She's David,
Yeah.
freed from the stone." Because he
Yeah.
didn't carve David. He said he found David in there.
Free from the stones.
She's David, guys. It fucking.
She's David.
Leave a comment below if you're David.
Are you David?
Are you David? We love you guys for watching and for listening. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
We'll catch you next week.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye. Period.